Hello, everyone. This is Bruno No BS with the new segment called 10 Minutes or Less with Bruno No BS. Very simple, casual, no fancy cameras here. Today, we have a famous person here. I can say it's a legend. Actually, my mentor. I listen a lot to him. It's a legend in our industry, and his name is Charles Ernst. Charles, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great, man. Having a beautiful day so far.
Can you tell me how and when did you start in our roofing industry?
It was about 35 years ago, and
Right.
I sort of ended up in California, but I grew up a laborer in the forest in a logging town in Oregon, Myrtle Creek, Oregon, where I was born. So I looked at a man, he worked with his hands and he toiled. That was how everybody that I knew earned their income. And so when I went to California at 21, and I lost the job that I had selling. I quit because I felt like I was ripping people off. I wasn't delivering what I was selling. I looked for a job, and the only thought I had was to use my hands, and the only labor job I saw was roofing. And so I took a job for a roofing company. This was 1984, actually.
Did you realize roofing would be a career for you? You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go this with all my heart.
Well, when I was in the roofing industry, I sort of was all in because I was married with a child, and I had to support my family. And I think I was working for this company, and I had messed up a repair. I kind of got my first opportunity to do a repair, and the owner came out, and he was a really intelligent guy, and he kind of showed me that I'd put the coping on backwards. I was bucking water. You know, every roofer, you grade yourself, and you think that you could repair anything better than anyone else. We all think that.
Yeah.
And I especially think that. And so this guy came out and he pulled this thing out and he said, hey, it's backwards lap. It's going to leak. It's like feathers on a duck's back. Everything above has to overlap everything below. And I never forgot that. And from that day forward, I did become, in Southern California, the very best at sniffing out anything that could leak in a building from rain. And that was what I loved. And that's ultimately what the skill that I knew I could sell when I started my business.
Everyone knows that you involve a lot with charities. What made you, decide to get involved to charities, and helping, others?
Well, I usually answer that going back to the story of the first year in business, and a little girl with a moldy mattress needed a new roof, and I couldn't say no, and I scraped together and gave them a dry roof. And that was the shortest version I've ever told, because I think the reason is clear right now as we look at this global pandemic, and we look at this time and this responsibility we have not only to our employees and to our families and to the industry, but also in the community. I mean, the roofing people that I know, it's like we're all struck with this condition. We can't let anyone have a leaky roof just because they don't have the money to pay.
What Charles Ernst, do now, that was different than before?
I used to wake up ready to fight. I worked really hard to build my company, but I think I didn't enjoy fighting anymore. And I think where I used to wake up, and I'm going to say this in kind of an odd Californian way, but I mean, I'd wake up almost with this, oh shit, I got to hang on to everything or I'm going to lose it. And today, I'm able to wake up, even if I do happen to wake up with that old voice, I kind of cast it off and go, wow, we live in this awesome world, and I have really good people. And today, if I see it right, is a magic day. Yesterday don't matter. Tomorrow is just a dream. But today is the day that magic can happen. And I sort of have a mindset that I see in my 5-year-old twins, because if we went in there right now, and I'd be tempted to do it, but I don't want to throw everything and just go, hey, Charlie and Gracie, what is it? What's today? They would both look at me and they would go, Dad, it's the best day ever. And
awesome.
It's a mindset that I'm able to live today that I didn't used to have. And that makes a difference, especially in the world right now with all these changes going on and all this fear in my employees, in my family, in the community. And that's why we have to have the mindset of look at the opportunity. Let me tell you two things. I've never seen the air this clean, and I've never felt this much empathy. I can maybe go with less. And I'm going to tell you one more thing to the roofing industry. Wow. Roofing in California used to compete with jewelry, used to compete with vacations, used to compete with food, used to compete with wine. No, the essential service of roofing ranks really high. And so be proud of the hands that protect everything in this country. I didn't used to think that, but I look in the mirror today, and I know you do. And you and I talked about this. We didn't always feel that. But today, we are proud of this family of millions that protect everything in this country. We keep everything that you and everyone loves safe and dry. And now we're advocating. I mean, we're going to be in DC next month. There's this month.
Hope so.
We are doing great, and I'm proud of you, Bruno. I'm so happy with you and the people and all your friends and the way that we're coming together. It's making a great difference. And as a board member for the NRCA, I say thank you. And I say thank you for always listening to. I love your enthusiasm. You're like me. I scare people, and I do. I scare people. I'm a disruptor, but I also know I know where to hold myself.
My question is, what do you see the future of our roofing industry, for the new generation? What do you see, for our new generation, the future?
Well, the roofing industry, okay, this is more important. I make this point. 10 years ago, having a roofing business compared to those shop owners and store owners, I was feeling less than. I was part of my less than. I was holding my hands in my pockets. Like I said earlier, I wasn't proud. But today, roofing, the essential service of roofing, even before this pandemic, really ranks high. And those store owners that now have been put out of business by Amazon, it's not a slam on Amazon, it's just how things are changing. But they look at us and they go, wow, you have a trade. And so over the last few years, having a trade has become a lot more sexy. And one of the reasons is what your question is the innovation. I mean, I'm on the roofing technology think tank. Original founder, I'm not on the board. I was going to make a claim that wasn't true. I apologize. But I just was on when I do their podcast, I'm very involved there. And man, we are tracking the innovation and how drone technology. I actually heard on your show, your first episode with John Kenny, I just was blown away that there is now a drone that has X-ray vision. I used to always tell people, we don't have X-ray vision, when we're going to have X-ray vision. And that's going to be really cool. So, but that's what's going on. So that means for roofing, what it means for roofing, that and a lack of labor, we don't have enough labor, means we're going to make more money. It means technology is going to come in. I remember seeing GAF, or maybe it was Owens Corning, I shouldn't throw names without knowing, but they have a drone up on a roof just nailing guns all by itself, and nailing shingles down all by itself.
My last question, what message you can send to your followers today? It doesn't matter if it's something in the future or maybe even towards the coronavirus, What's the message for the people that follow you, that listen to you when I put this video online on social media?
Well, I would say, I can't have a message right now that doesn't include what's going on, but my brain can't catch up to what's going on. We're going through a time that things are shifting more than they have in our lifetimes. And so I think my message is, if we want to survive and thrive, it's really critical that we find that thing that fulfills us. And that thing that fulfills us isn't grinding to grow a bigger roofing company. Part of it's keeping folks safe and dry. I mean, that's why we exist. Let's acknowledge that. We keep stuff safe and dry. But beyond that, what can we do with our skill, with our talent? One thing that I would tell roofing professionals is, people relate to you because of your experience and your kindness. You already are a philanthropist. You just don't use that word. And I don't use that word to describe me either. If other people do, that's them. That's a word that feels like for billionaires. But I would say, give what you can give and grow this joy. And because I'm so much happier than I've ever been. And if you do, I promise you this, your mindset will change and you will see yourself more. You will see yourself higher. You'll serve on boards like Habitat for Humanity, like Ronald McDonald House, like college boards, where you never thought that. I serve on a college board, Bruno. I didn't graduate college. I don't usually put those things together and say that, but that's my truth, man. But you know what? I'm proud, but I'm proud in I think a humble way, because I want to show somebody like, oh my God, it's, people want to put you here. No, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And if you're in the roofing business, man, you've got broad shoulders, you've got a big heart. And these hands, your hands, protect everything in this country. So see yourself higher. Let's go out and let's advocate, let's educate, and let's take care of our community. That's my message.
All right, roof on, brother.